and a 6-5 favorite out there on the 5. Ms. Brightside, do you single the tomato, Jess?
Yes, I would single if I had a pick 5 or pick 4 going.
Oh, we're going to go play it right now.
Okay. Well, I single Miss Brightside. I thought the win last time was very nice, very impressive. She's come back and worked really well since that race, and everything's going good for her.
Michelle, do you think it's a single? I mean, 2-1 on starts now on the rail for Richie Baltus. Second time coming in from New York.
I don't know if I would single. Look, we got a great result from her last time because she dropped into much easier company, right? And she was a resounding winner. But we have to see if she can still take, the next step up, right? Because that was a non-winners of 2, so this is a starter non-winners of 3. Right. It does get significantly harder as you in that win. Starts Now did try this condition last time. I thought she ran pretty well, all things considered. And I did want to see when she walked out how she was acting, and she looked a lot better behaved than she was in her first start here at Santa Anita. So I think she's playable. I also liked the 3.
I was just going to say, I love the 3.
Yeah, she's coming out of a win, and she's taking a big step up. She's tried similar conditions and hasn't been able to win, but I think that last time she got a nice confidence boost. Pipey's firing on all cylinders. At the price, I feel like she's super playable in here.
And off of that one, she's come back with amazing works. Some of her works on XBTV have been the best I've ever seen from her. So, yeah, I agree. I think that she got a huge confidence boost last time.
6-horse Catarini, 7-year-old Broken Vow. It's so tricky off those last couple of races, but we'll see how it develops. Do want to mention something. You always like to play, Michelle, the angle of when the owners show up. The Blooms are here with the 1 starts.
Yes,
now.
They are.
Mr. and Mrs. Bloom. Saw them already. Jeffrey, good luck to you guys on the rail trip at 2-1. Horses coming out on the track, the pick 4. This is the mid pick 4, 30,750. Good luck.
On the track for the 4th, start of the middle pick 4, Santa Anita welcomes Sharon Munoz Flores and her friends and family in celebrating 8 decades around the sun. 7 minutes to post.
have a starter allowance next on the turf course. We're going a mile again. It's amazing. The first 5 races, we're right here at the mile, so I don't have to drive very far. Starts now warmed up solo underneath Juan Hernandez, and clearly, in my opinion, the best looking horse in here. These fillies and mares, she just floated over the track, although she'll be racing on the grass momentarily. But a beautiful stride to her, very athletic looking mare, and she looked fit as a fiddle for trainer Richard Baltus. She's had just the one start in his barn. The number 2 Big Celebration will be stretching out, and with Adrian Escobedo aboard, his very usual MO is to send from the gate and then make a left-hand turn down to the rail. So I expect that he'll be showing speed on the stretch out there for Luis Mendez. The number 5 in here, Miss Brightside. You heard from Jessica, who should know that Phil Diamado's filly looked very good in the warm-up. She said that she would absolutely use Miss Brightside, and there was nothing in the warm-up that would make me feel otherwise. One note quickly on the number 7, Strange Addiction. In looking through her form and watching some of her races, she's just, in my opinion, not a turf horse. So she's going to be racing on the turf course here this afternoon, so we'll see how she handles it. 1 mile on the turf in race number 4 coming up next.
It's post time. They're looking at the gate for the 4th. Cheeky is coming up. Catarini next. Strange Addiction to the outside. We're in the gate. And they're off. A very bad stumble for Catarini. Starts now, and Big Celebration, Free and Humble on the outside of them, goes to vie for the lead. Then Miss Brightside, who has a perfect spot 4th, 5 lengths off the pace. Catarini is next, racing 2 lengths in front of Cheekiest, and Strange Addiction is at the back of the field. Free and Humble moving right along. Opens up almost 3 lengths on Big Celebration. At the rails, starts now as a clear-cut third, followed by Miss Brightside next to Catarini. A gap of 4 more in this strung-out field to Cheekiest and Strange Addiction. Onto the backstretch. Free and Humble, loose on the front end. It's a 4-length cushion now on Big Celebration. They're followed by Starts Now. Catarini making an early bid. Catarini now takes the second spot and is tugging pretty fiercely after Free and Humble. Free and Humble and Catarini on the outside. The 2 stablemates go into the far turn 1-2. With Big Celebration, Starts Now is racing in 4th. Miss Brightside with the pink sleeves is 5 lengths off the lead. 2 lengths back to Cheekiest and Strange Addiction. They have a 1/4 mile to go. It's Free and Humble. Catarini in second. Just behind them Starts Now. Big Celebration. And Miss Brightside angles to the outside and starts to pick up some solid momentum in the final 1/8 of a mile. Free and Humble still there. It's Free and Humble with a 3-length lead. Here's Cheekiest in between horses coming, as is Miss Brightside. Cheekiest, Miss Brightside. Cheekiest, Miss Brightside. Here's the line. Cheekiest. Another stellar ride from Hector Berrios. Miss Brightside just missed. Free and Humble third. Photo finish. Number 3, Cheekiest was first. 5, Miss Brightside finished second. 4, Free and Humble third. And 2, Big Celebration fourth. Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel is your destination for gaming excitement. As the closest casino and resort to Santa Anita Park, you're sure to experience world-class gaming, dining, and entertainment. Coming soon to Yamava Theater, Journey March 16th and Kevin Hart April 20th. Visit yamava.com for tickets. The 4th is official. In the winner's circle is Cheekiest, a 5-year-old dark bear brown mare by Mucho Macho Man out of Sandy Cheeks, owned by Tiger Racing in Brown, trained by Mike Pipey, ridden by Hector Berrios. Cheekiest was bred in Kentucky by Sharon Alicia and Ciaglia Racing. The running time, 1 minute 35.28 seconds. For the fourth race, Santa Anita welcomes Sharon Munoz Flores and her friends and family in celebrating 8 decades around the sun. Next, the fifth in 22 minutes. It is the start of the $2 pick six. Scratch 4, Brother O'Brien. Scratch 11. Oh, great. Strange addiction to the outside. We're in the gate. And they're off. A very bad stumble for Catarini. Starts now and big celebration. Free and Humble on the outside of them goes to vie for the lead. Then Miss Brightside, who has a perfect spot fourth, 5 lengths off the pace. Catarini is next, racing 2 lengths in front of Cheekiest, and Strange Addiction is at the back of the field. Free and Humble moving right along. Opens up almost 3 lengths on Big Celebration. At the rails, starts now as a clear-cut third, followed by Miss Brightside next to Catarini. A gap of 4 more in this strung-out field to Cheekiest and Strange Addiction. Onto the backstretch. Free and Humble, loose on the front end. It's a 4-length cushion now on Big Celebration. They're followed by Starts Now. Catarini making an early bid. Catarini now takes the second spot and is tugging pretty fiercely after Free and Humble. Free and Humble and Catarini on the outside. The 2 stablemates go into the far turn 1-2 with Big Celebration. Starts Now is racing in fourth. Miss Brightside with the pink sleeves is 5 lengths off the lead. 2 lengths back to Cheekiest and Strange Addiction. They have a quarter of a mile to go. It's Free and Humble. Catarini in second. Just behind them Starts Now. Big Celebration. And Miss Brightside angles to the outside and starts to pick up some solid momentum in the final eighth of a mile. Free and Humble still there. It's Free and Humble with a 3-length lead. Here's Cheekiest in between horses coming, as is Miss Brightside. Cheekiest, Miss Brightside. Cheekiest, Miss Brightside. Here's the line. Cheekiest. Another stellar ride from Hector Berrios. Miss Brightside just missed. Free and Humble third.
there's a passion in this game that grabs you, and you will not be able to let go.
I'm so blessed to do what I do. I don't lose sight of that for a half a second ever.
If you've never experienced a race, you need to experience it, and then tell me that it doesn't get your heart pounding.
It's like a thunderstorm coming. I mean, it's like electric, and it just shoof, it whisks past you.
Okay, there's heaven for horses. This is heaven.
Hey, grab me one too.
Breed to pure California speed as Legacy Ranch welcomes Forbidden Kingdom.
It's Forbidden Kingdom, dominant in the San Vicente.
This blazing fast son of American Pharaoh went wire to wire in every one of his victories.
What a performance from Forbidden Kingdom in the San Felipe.
Posting 3 Grade 2 wins on dirt and turf.
Forbidden Kingdom, resolute, turns away a big bit.
Breed to the speed of California speed. Forbidden Kingdom, now standing at Legacy Ranch.
$13 minutes to post, race number 5. You guessed it. It's time for the $2 pick 6. Welcome back, everybody. The pool already at 43,000. Just heard from a couple people on the peanut gallery saying, looking at the TQ shirt, they feel like they need a pina colada. I said, it's, it can be a drinking show. Every time somebody says vulnerable favorite, you take a shot.
It's our Friday, Pete, right? So it's time to celebrate. We've just got 6 races left before we take a little bit of a break until next Friday. So why not a pina colada around 5 o'clock Pacific time?
Your thoughts on yesterday's sequence?
It wasn't so much the sequence, Pete. What about the stardom we had earlier on with Citizen, the Bob Citizen Bull, the Bob Baffert runner, and El Patente, marvelous, 132 and change, earned a big Buyer speed figure. So the gambling was good, but I thought the performances on track were even better.
I got knocked out in the first leg of the pick 6. Usually I survive one.
Don't tell me you hit the next 5, because that's the worst feeling in the world.
4 out of 6.
Okay, that's acceptable.
Yeah, at least I felt okay about that. If you're just joining us, very simple. We don't give out tickets anymore. It's a $2 wager. What we give you is what we think is a vulnerable favorite. Notice the term think. Also a must-use, and hopefully a long shot and or price play.
Pete, what I found interesting looking at the graphic is although we don't have any common horses, we do have a lot of commonality in the races themselves. As an example, on the second line, We both have our must-use in race 6. We both have our live long shot in the same race, race 8, and then, of course, we drift in different directions for the vulnerable favorites. So we look at the races somewhat similar, although we're looking at different horses.
I had to call an audible in the vulnerable favorite because my vulnerable favorite scratched out. So it all of a sudden, what
really vulnerable at that point.
Yeah, so I guess I was right about that. But turning the page, we go to our vulnerable favorites. I'm in race 7, you're in race 10. Since I'm there, I'm just going to go ahead with it. We've now got New King on that new revised morning line is 3-5. Can they win? Absolutely. Will they probably win? Probably. However, in the sequence, this was the closest I could to try to beat. And the reason being the 3-horse Awesome Road for Robertino Diodoro. This is a horse that I saw up close and personal when I was covering the Canadian Derby back in August last year up at the mile. The horse was crowded, yielded everything that could go wrong in that race at 1.25 miles, and you just toss it out. 1.16 probably, I would think, similar condition horses, if maybe a little bit less than what they did in that day. So I'm going to give Awesome Road a big shot in race 7.
You never know where you're going to find horses down the road, Pete. Like you said, you were up there and saw the Canada Derby, and he took action that day. He was 9-2 in 11-horse field. He's certainly going to be a good price today. My vulnerable favorite, Pete, comes in the nightcap in race number 10. It's going to be number 11, Piper's Causeway. Could he win, as you like to say? Sure. But he's had 17 lifetime starts, 9 seconds or thirds. He's only had 5 starts the last 2 years on main tracks. He hasn't won. Maybe more importantly, Pete, he's never won on the turf course. And that's one of the reasons why Jeff Siegel made him the moderate or lukewarm 4-1 morning line favorite. He's drawn outside, which I typically don't like coming down the hill. I think he's vulnerable. I'm going to make my vulnerable favorite number 11, Piper's Causeway in race number 10.
Let's go to must use. I know you got a single in this thing somewhere. Where do you land?
In race number 6, Pete, and it's a really interesting horse by the name of Broski, number 3. First-time Lasix, first-time gelding. You just talked about being up in Canada and seeing a horse that you like. Well, I saw this horse down at Del Mar debut on October 31st when he was the 9-5 betting choice. What I wrote in my formulator notes after looking at him in the paddock is I thought he was a sprinter. That's exactly what he's going to do today. He gets Umberto Rispoli. He finished second in a 17-horse field in Ireland in his career debut. I think all along what he wanted to do was sprint. He's a first-time gelding, first-time Lasix user. He's 6-1 on the line. Broski, for me, is my must-use. You're in the same race with a different horse.
I'm going with the 5-horse, Temino. 7-5 now on Jeff Siegel's revised morning line odds. This horse in the debut, yes, was on the lead and got a little tired as the betting favorite, but there was a horse on the threshold right on that outside flank the whole way around, and they were not embarrassed. They got beat a length and a half. They were 3.5 clear of the third horse in the field, and they were well met by the public. The extra half furlong on the flat does not bother me whatsoever. Let's go to the long shots.
How does 30-1 sound for a live long shot?
That is huge.
6 sequence. Race number 8, the outside horse. Fearless Soldier. His original connections paid $700,000. 3 races back, his connections paid $50,000. Got a bit ambitious in the Grade 2 Hollywood Turf Cup. But his last race on January 4th here at San Diego, you can see in the trip note comments, trouble trip. Well, it was much more than that. I think drawing outside now, Tyler Bays rides him back. He's going to be overlooked by the betting public. My live long shot, number 9, Fearless Soldier in race 8. Who's yours?
Race number 8 also. I'm going to go with the 7-horse Escape Artist for trainer Steve Knapp. Looks like Les Blake. Looks like they're back together. Good to see that. This was a horse that if you go back to this condition, optional 80, non-winners of 2 other than, you have to go back to October here at Santa Anita when they went 1 mile and 1/8. And this horse was able to get up in the final strides. I think this horse makes a lot of sense. I think that they're going to need some pace up front. That's the big question. There is pace, but not in a, well, I'm going to say there is an abundance, which is why I think if the front end kind of falls apart, this is a horse that might be coming on at the end at 20-1.
I was going to say, bombs away, 20-1 and 30-1. If that's not a live long shot for you, we can't do much better.
Horses coming out on the track, approaching 50,000. Now we passed it in the pick 6 pool. Good luck.
On the track for the 5th, scratch 4, Brother O'Brien, scratch 11, Oh Great, post time in 6 minutes. The 5th race starts the $2 pick 6.
Getting set for this race, Super Mazel, the number 10, broke away early from the post parade with the pony and warmed up together by themselves. He's a 7-year-old gelding now. He's run 30 times, so I'm sure they figured out what works for him best. That's the 10, Super Mazel. The number 9, Hey Mate, he looked very good, the gray, carrying good condition. He was jogging really nicely alongside his pony. He won going long. He is dropping in class, so there's a couple of things to like about him. The only thing is I just find it hard to believe he's going to be fit enough. He's only had 2 works since November 30th, and this is a very deep track in which he hasn't worked over. So I would say that I would like to see him run first, even though he's 5-2 on the board currently. The favorite is the number 3 at 7-5. That's Warren's World. I landed on the favorite for Blame Right. He looks like a really consistent horse. It is post time. You'll hear from Frank Ramadi. He'll load him and call the race.
It's post time. The horses have reached the gate. They're loading in the gate for the 5th. Hey Mate, Gordy's Boy, and Super Muzzle. Super Muzzle walks up to the gate at odds of 7-2. Goes in. And they're off. Gordy's Boy bounces out very alertly. Fantastic Dream is hustled along, and Warren's World has more natural speed than either of them. Gross Profit and Hey Mate caught 5 wide, obviously, into the first turn. Then comes Super Mazel, who races on the outside. Reef City hugs the rail with 6 to make up. Chief Jackson and Ruler of Angels at the back of the field. Around the first turn, it's Warren's World just in front. Hey Mate applying some pressure. They've pulled a half dozen clear. Reef City moves up to take 3rd, Gross Profit 4th. Then it's Fantastic Dream in the 5th spot, some 10 lengths off the lead. 2 more back to Gordy's Boy, who is followed by Super Mazel down at the rail, Ruler of Angels, and 3 more to Chief Jackson. At a half-mile point, it is Warren's World in front, 3 parts of a length. Hey Mate trying to stay close, hard-ridden to do so, 2nd. It's 4 more to Reef City in 3rd. They're followed by Gross Profit on the inside of Fantastic Dream. Outside of that pair comes Gordy's Boy. Then it's Ruler of Angels and Super Mazel. Chief Jackson has trailed throughout. They're coming to the quarter pole, and Warren's World with a 4-length lead. Reef City clearly 2nd. Another 4, Ruler of Angels, is making headway down at the rail. Top of the stretch, Warren's World and Armando Ayuso still with a commanding lead. Reef City is in 2nd. They are followed by Ruler of Angels, Super Mazel, center of the track, Gordy's Boy, a 16th to go, and Warren's World ran them off their feet. Warren's World reports home an easy 5-length winner. It'll get close for 2nd, but Reef City fends off Super Mazel, and then it was Ruler of Angels to complete the superfecta. Number 3, Warren's World was first. 1, Reef City finished second. 10, Super Mazel third. And 6, Ruler of Angels fourth. In the winner's circle is Warren's World. He's a 5-year-old chestnut gelding by Clubhouse Ride out of Warren's Gen Fizz, owned by Blaine Wright Racing and Woodway Stables. The winning trainer is Blaine Wright and the jockey Armando Ayuso. The winner bred in California by Benjamin Warren and Sally Warren. Running time 140.81 seconds. The 6th is up next. Scratch number 8, Implaceable. Seven to 2 goes in. And they're off. Gordy's boy bounces out very alertly. Fantastic Dream is hustled along, and Warren's World has more natural speed than either of them. Gross Profit and Hey Mate caught 5 wide, obviously, into the first turn. Then comes Super Mazel, who races on the outside. Reef City hugs the rail with 6 to make up. Chief Jackson and Ruler of Angels at the back of the field. Around the first turn, it's Warren's World just in front. Hey Mate applying some pressure. They've pulled a half dozen clear. Reef City moves up to take third, Gross Profit fourth. Then it's Fantastic Dream in the 5th spot, some 10 lengths off the lead. 2 more back to Gordy's Boy, who is followed by Super Mazel down at the rail, Ruler of Angels, and 3 more to Chief Jackson. At a half-mile point, it is Warren's World in front, 3 parts of a length. Hey Mate trying to stay close, hard-ridden to do so second. It's 4 more to Reef City in third. They're followed by Gross Profit on the inside of Fantastic Dream. Outside of that pair comes Gordy's Boy. Then it's Ruler of Angels and Super Mazel. Chief Jackson has trailed throughout. They're coming to the quarter pole, and Warren's World with a 4-length lead. Reef City clearly second. Another 4, Ruler of Angels, is making headway down at the rail. Top of the stretch, Warren's World and Armando Ayuso still with a commanding lead. Reef City is in second. They are followed by Ruler of Angels, Super Mazel, center of the track, Gordy's Boy, a 16th to go, and Warren's World ran them off their feet. Warren's World reports home an easy 5-length winner. It'll get close for second, but Reef City fends off Super Mazel, and then it was Ruler of Angels to complete the superfecta.
"19 minutes to go for race number 6. Welcome back, everyone, on our day 2 of our Lunar New Year celebration here at beautiful Santa Anita Park. Reminder, we've got the Pick 5 coming up in 19 minutes. We've also got the start of the all-turf Pick 3. Low takeout. Folks, low takeout. You want to get involved. For those of you who just got here, here's the first half.
Mega Yacht time to party. Moody Jim on the outside. It's Mega Yacht just in front, and Mega Yacht prevails. Moody Jim second. Tight photo for third between Busy Channel and Great King. Abaddon is in front, though, and Abaddon digging in. Abaddon, tough in victory. Wins it by 2. Contrary Chieftain second. Photo Hot Journey and a wandering Lord Wimborne for the Shodo. Strolling through the stretch, and she'll report home 6 lengths in front of stablemate Chip Briani. Just as Fancy checked in third. It's Free and Humble with a 3-length lead. Here's Cheekiest in between horses coming, as is Miss Brightside. Cheekiest Miss Brightside. Cheekiest Miss Brightside. Here's the line. Cheekiest. Another stellar ride from Hector Berrios. Warren's World reports home an easy 5-length winner. It'll get close for second, but Reef City fends off Super Mazel, and then it was Ruler of Angels to complete the superfecta.
Stay Thirsty, a top 2 California sire for the 7th year running and sire of CTBA Stakes winner In the Air Tonight.
In the Air Tonight, now striding away impressively. In the Air Tonight.
With over $4 million in progeny earnings for the 3rd consecutive year. Breed to the only sire who's been a top 2 California sire since 2017. Stay Thirsty, standing with Hopkins, Phineas, and Slocum at Love Acres Ranch for the love of the game. It pays to be Cal bred.
Estrella Jalisco, an authentic cerveza dorada, brewed with 100 years of passion. For those championing a life of truth and breaking the barriers for tomorrow. Vive tu Estrella, Estrella Jalisco.
What is built to last nowadays?
Seabiscuit, world's greatest money winner, points for the big Santa Anita race.
Long enough to be part of history.
John Henry on the outside. Those two are going to battle the wire.
Woven into the fabric of our country's identity.
Senora, what a performance, one we'll never forget.
90 years. We opened on Christmas Day, 1934, as our country was recovering from the Great Depression. A place to escape and inspire. A place for beauty and fashion. For decadence and imagination. A place that keeps evolving, where trends turn into traditions from one generation to the next. When it's built right, it's built to last. Santa Anita Park.
13 minutes to post for the start of the Pick 5 and the all-turf Pick 3. Welcome back, everybody. Ladies, we got ourselves a field of 7 now and another 1-9 favorite, Michelle.
Oof.
I know.
I love 1-9 favorites. I mean, I thought this race was saltier than just liking one horse. I know Mandela had a hell of a day yesterday, but we're talking about a colt who just had one lifetime out, and he was bested as the favorite that day. So I don't know. I just felt like there were more options. And my second choice is Cajun Gold, but he's been stuck with seconditis, right? 3 consecutive runner-up efforts, although he does get a little bit more ground to work with today, which certainly could work in his favor.
Speaking of Cajun Gold, our friends at the Daily Racing Form and Formulator, Cajun Gold and trainer John Sadler, over the last year with horses making their second start back off the layoff of 45 to 100 days or more, they are 27%. Notes negative 50%, excuse me, I could say it, 56% in the money, 35 out of 62 starts. Way to go, John Sadler.
Yeah, very good stat from DRF Formulator. I like Cajun Gold. However, I did place him third. I thought that Broski for trainer Phil D'Amato.
10-1 on D'Amato and Rispoli right now.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
And this is Tom Quigley's must-use in the Pick 6 as well. He's been training phenomenal. We've kind of taken a little bit of a break with him, and he's just come back and been even better. He was gelded as well after that last race, and like I said, his works have been phenomenal. Multiple jockeys have worked him and has said how good he has come back and how good he has worked. So I really like Broski in here and put him on top.
I like the turn back and distance for him a lot as well. You know, he drew the far outside last time, which I think was a hindrance. But in the stateside debut where he ran third, I felt like that's the situation where you can fool a horse once to run the mile, and then next time when he was outside and might not want to go that far, especially, he was like, okay, but what is going on right now? And maybe you'll see, you know, a bad result because of that. I love the cut back to this elongated sprint for him.
I liked him, you know. I'm sorry. Call me a chalk-eating weasel. Squeak.
Chalk-eating weasel.
Thank you. Squeak, squeak. Well meant by the public on that day. Definitely had someone pushing the whole way around, going 6 furlongs. I don't think the extra half furlongs is going to matter one way or the other. I think it makes a lot of sense here. I love the angle. Well meant by the public in the debut. And what I like about it is, Michelle, they're coming back. It's only about 3 weeks between races. It's when that happens and then you don't see them for 3 months that it's not an angle for me.
I'll tell you, I was really shocked that this horse showed speed that day, because in the mornings, you know, he hasn't really shown much speed to us. I've been on him a few times and worked him, and I thought he was going to need a lot longer ground. I thought he was going to go a mile in a few starts and be really good, so we were all kind of shocked that he showed that much speed going 6 furlongs and ran really well that day and has come back to work good as well.
Pick 5 pool's got a lot of legs so far, 271,000. That will continue to grow. The all-turf Pick 3 approaching 60,000. A lot of money on the line, folks. Get involved. 10 minutes to post, race number 6.
The horses are on the track for the 6th race. Start of the 50-cent late Pick 5. Scratch 8 and placeable. There's a Pick 3 that starts here. All turf Pick 3 on races 6, 8, and 10. 9 minutes to post.
Here with a very handsome Richard Baltus, who trains friendly confines. If only I could be as cool as Richie in his shades. Those would look good on me. Oh, am I going to try them on? Oh, yeah. Oh, I think they do look good on me, right? Yeah?
They do.
All right. We'll carry on and do this. Tell me about friendly confines, especially the layoff and the trip out of the last race.
Well, his first trip was it was a little dramatic, but he's by my favorite sire, Twirling Candy. And he had a little hiccup in Del Mar, so we just backed off of him and gave him some time. And now he's back ready to run. I don't know if he wants to go this a little bit farther. His body style it's got a lot of scope to him. So, like I said, we'll see what happens.
You mentioned the trip was just a little chaotic. I watched that back. That was brutal. Come on, he's got to be better than that.
Yeah, it was a long time ago, so I kind of forgot about it. But I haven't watched the replay. But yeah. He checked a couple times, didn't he? And, yeah, he's worked well. And, like I said, he's a turf horse, and we'll see what happens.
Should he be 30-1?
Well, last time I looked, he was 70-1. No, I don't think so. I think I'm not 100% sure how he's going to run, but I know he's ready to run. So I'm just hoping for the best.
All right, let's go to the window. I'm here with Richard Baltus, who trains friendly confines. Maybe I can take these glasses with me. Cheers, Richie.
Race number 6 is a maiden special weight. I get a bit of change of scenery here as I'm at the 6.5 and down the chute. The number 1, Cano for the win. I spoke with Leandro Mora this morning. Originally they had 2, they scratched 1, and he said Cano for the win is a horse that needs pace. When watching his works, to me, he comes across as a bit of a galloper, so I think he's really going to need some pace in here to help him out. And he might get that from Tamino and Coco-san. As they're coming a little bit closer to me now, the number 2, Smiling Tizzy. This 3-year-old colt, the Gray, behaving very nicely. Worked on the 17th of January without the blinkers, although the blinkers are being added this afternoon. He was huge odds when he ran first time out, and certainly outran those odds after some trouble as well. I thought the work on the 17th of January was really good. He was wide in that workout, sort of eating up the clock a little bit, but still a 48-4 without those blinkers. So I'm looking for him to come back and run an improved race. Smiling Tizzy, the Gray. The number 3, Broski, you heard about the cutback in trip. He's been bet his last 2 races and hasn't performed. Maybe being gelded and the fact that he's 3 now and gets the Lasix might help Broski out. He's just jogging along a little bit on his toes, but nothing that you would be concerned about at all. The number 7, Coco-san, the second-time starter for trainer Mark Glatt, also on his toes, but in a nice way. They are crossing over onto the grass right now, and the handlers will take a hold of them and load them up in the gate.
Horses are at the starting gate. It's post time for the 6th, which kicks off the late pick 5 and all turf pick 3. Friendly Confines coming up. Coco-san to the outside. 2 more. We're in the gate. And they're off. Cajun Gold, Tamino broke well. On the inside, here's Broski now coming after them, taking that 4th spot, in fact, backing off a little bit, as Friendly Confines now moves to claim 3rd. Then comes Coco-san, followed by Smiling Tizzy, and 4 more to Cano for the win. Down the backstretch, and it's Cajun Gold leading the way, getting mild pressure from Friendly Confines. And in between those two, Tamino backs off them wisely in 3rd and has 2 lengths to make up. Then it's Broski on the inside of Coco-san, 5 off the pace. Another 2 to Smiling Tizzy and Cano for the win. Rounding the turn, Friendly Confines takes the lead, puts a half length on Cajun Gold in 2nd. Then comes Tamino, who starts to rev up 3 deep in 3rd. Another 2 back to Broski, Coco-san Blue Cap, the Gray is Smiling Tizzy, and Cano for the win. They're at the top of the lane, and Friendly Confines still has a 2-length lead. Tamino bearing down on him in 2nd. Just behind them, Broski is looking to get out in a tiny bit of traffic on the inside of Coco-san. 16th pole, Friendly Confines just keeps on going, and it's Friendly Confines all the way. Tamino had every chance. Broski 3rd, Coco-san 4th. Number 6, Friendly Confines, was 1st. 5, Tamino 2nd. 3, Broski 3rd. And number 7, Coco-san, was 4th. The winner's circle is Friendly Confines, a 3-year-old bay colt by Twirling Candy out of Queen Madison, owned by John Ford Racing, Brad Ficca, Lee et al. The winning trainer is Richard Baltus, and the jockey, Tiago Pereira. Friendly Confines, bred in Kentucky by Rigney Racing. Running time 1:14.97 seconds. It's official. The 7th is next, scratch number 7, Eagle's Flight. Post time in 26 minutes. The 7th is the beginning of the 50-cent lead, pick 4. We're in the gate. And they're off. Cajun Gold, Tamino broke well. On the inside, here's Broski now coming after them, taking that 4th spot, in fact, backing off a little bit, as Friendly Confines now moves to claim 3rd. Then comes Coco San, followed by Smiling Tizzy, and 4 more to Cano for the win. Down the backstretch, and it's Cajun Gold leading the way, getting mild pressure from Friendly Confines. And in between those two, Tamino backs off them wisely in 3rd and has 2 lengths to make up. Then it's Broski on the inside of Coco San, 5 off the pace, another 2 to Smiling Tizzy, and Cano for the win. Rounding the turn, Friendly Confines takes the lead, puts a half length on Cajun Gold in 2nd. Then comes Tamino, who starts to rev up 3 deep in 3rd. Another 2 back to Broski, Coco San Blue Cap, the gray is Smiling Tizzy, and Cano for the win. They're at the top of the lane, and Friendly Confines still has a 2-length lead. Tamino bearing down on him in 2nd. Just behind them, Broski is looking to get out in a tiny bit of traffic on the inside of Coco San. 16th pole, Friendly Confines just keeps on going, and it's Friendly Confines all the way. Tamino had every chance. Broski 3rd, Coco San 4th.
It's in our very nature to find exhilaration in the new, to seek the excitement of the unexpected, an endless yearning to experience what lies beyond the everyday.
Hey, grab me one too.
Connect, a Grade 1 winning millionaire, making his mark as a sire. With Rattle and Roll, a Grade 1 winning 2-year-old. Graded Stakes winners, Whitwater's Rand. Implicated. And Apple Picker. Connect, a proven sire in the making, standing at Lane's End Farm.
And they're off.
15 minutes post, race number 7. It's pick 4 time. Welcome back, everybody. 4-5 favorite from that 3-5 revised morning line for Jeff Siegel on the one New King, ladies. I like the horse, but I did not put this horse on top.
Same. I did not put him on top either.
I did.
This was my vulnerable favorite in the pick 6 sequence.
I actually wound up on the Awesome Road on top for trainer Robertino Diodoro.
So did I.
This $600,000 son of Quality Road. You know, they bought him intending him to be a really good horse. He might not have panned out to be that after a couple of forays into Graded Stakes company, but he has run well in his last 3 outs, and 2 of those were wins at Turf Paradise. And so are we talking about a class hike? Kind of, but also he's a 3-time winner, and there's horses in here that are maidens. New King's only won the 1 race, and he faltered against allowance foes. So I'm saying he's got a really good chance, and you're getting a nice 5-1 here.
I like this horse. I mean, I was there for the Canadian Derby last summer, and he had a horrible trip. That's just about the best way to put it. He had an absolute horrible trip. Orlando Mojica, I believe this is the first time he's ever ridden out here before. Mainly you see this cat riding in the Midwest, but he can definitely ride.
Orlando Mojica rode out here for a bit, didn't he?
I feel like he
I think he did.
I don't think he did. Maybe we'll have to go out and pin him down after the race and say. I knew him from racing in the Midwest, and he is more than versed on this horse. So all I can say is good luck. I'm with you on this one, and I'm surprised this horse is 5-1 right now.
I like New King because I think with Juan Hernandez on From the Rail, he can get to the lead today. Last time, I think he's just kind of a one-paced horse, and last time they went a little bit too quick for him to get up close, and I think this time they might go a little bit slower. He'll have the first asking From the Rail, and I think with Juan Hernandez aboard, you see Juan and Bob, you know, they go wire to wire most of the time.
Sure.
So I think From the Rail draw.
38% of the time that they win, though.
Only. Oh man.
That's a huge work, though. That 58-3.
Yeah, and I saw it. It was on XBTV from the gate, and he broke out very good. He went head in head with the other horse that he was working with, and I think he kind of looked a little bit tired at the end, but I mean they went 58 from the gate,
right.
And I think the rider kind of eased up on him because I think he knew how fast they went, and he was like, oh man, we have a race next week, maybe we shouldn't be going this fast, and so he kind of eased up on him at the end. So you know, he didn't win the work, but I think that was by design.
Okay. Michelle, can you make a case for the 4 Schaffner for John Sheriff's? Blinkers are going on.
A maiden here against winners. He's run well in all of his 3 career outs. And Miramati is a common denominator because he beat him 2 starts back, and he also bested New King when the 2 of them met as winners in their last. I still would be hesitant just because he hasn't broke his maiden. He's gotten the opportunity to go the mile on the 16th before, right?
Okay.
There's that instance where you're like, look, this horse just needs more ground, so it's going against winners, and we're going to get this distance that he hasn't gotten before. So,
I mean, is it fair to say that it's just another one of those situations where you say, well, the race we were pointing towards didn't go, so we can either sit in the barn or we can run and get some experience?
I guess you'd have to ask John. I'm not sure.
Okay. John, are you listening? Just give us 1 finger for yay, 2 fingers for nay.
I will tell you that Mises Express on the outside
is
11-1 right now. He beat New King last time.
Yep.
And New King is 4-5. I think that's a little bit interesting.
Mises Express has earned over $250,000 and has won 2 starts. So that bodes really well for just how competitive he's been. He's obviously a Calbred here against Open.
He's proven at the distance.
But he ran well against the Open Company last time. Like you mentioned, finished behind Miramati, who's running in the Santa Anita handicap, and Eagles Flight, the brother to Flightline that we've all been harping about. So I thought he ran extremely well last time out.
Rim Protector. We don't have that now. Anthony Davis now is a Maverick, but Luka Doncic, now a Laker. Rim Protector, 8-1 on the revised line by Jeff Siegel.
Is that a basketball reference?
It is. That's what your center is, usually your rim protector.
Oh.
Anyway, well meet. When it's a musical, I'll just
Thank you.
say Michelle, jump in. I don't know what to do with this one. I mean, back at Golden Gate on the synthetic, I think this horse would have been more than competent at this level, but those last few races, although be it 3 of the 4 Jess were on the grass, I just don't see one that gives me a win with this one.
Yeah, he's placed in a lot of Grade 3 stakes races. He's ran in the San Juan Capistrano 2 years in a row and ran 3rd in both of those. So, I don't know, it just tells me that he might be better on the grass.
Okay.
And long distance.
Horses coming on the track, we're approaching 300,000 in the pick 4. These multi-race exotics have been very salty today. That just shows you the folks are enjoying what they're seeing. Michelle, real quick before they're going through, can you make a case for one of the 3 long shots, price-wise?
If I was going to make a case for someone, it would be Trench for Adam Kitchingman. I think he has been forwardly placed when he's been sprinting, so going a route of ground, we should definitely see him out there on the lead. And there's a chance that he goes out there and they ignore him, and he is lone speed, and lone speed is always dangerous. I know he did not look great last time out on the level-wise. He suits at this level. He's run very well in allowance company before if he takes to the 2 turns.
All right, horses coming out on the track, 304,000. That will continue to grow. Race number 7 coming up in 8. Good luck.
On the track for race number 7, scratch number 7, Eagles Flight. This race starts the late pick 4, 7 minutes.
The number 6, Tranch, gets the best turned out today, and he looked absolutely terrific here in the paddock. We'll take a good look at him out there on the track. He's on his toes for trainer Adam Kitcheman. And speaking to Adam, he basically said he's been tearing his hair out about this horse and what to do with him. He really just needs to relax. And he's been very relaxed in the paddock. He's just a bit on his toes there, could possibly not look any better. He's likely to be the speed, but not being able to relax has been his worst enemy. He's had high hopes for him. He thought he really off the layoff back in July, and he's just kind of disappointed him. He's got to try and figure out what this horse wants to do. I think he looks terrific, and he's definitely a play here at 16-1. That is Tranch for Adam Kitcheman.
A field of allowance optional claimers next in race number 7, a mile and a 16th of distance on this main track. I'll start with the favorite New King, who worked well with Dothkerry the other day. Ran behind in the same common race, actually, as Michi's Express. And looking at New King when he jogged by me, I mean, his coat looked absolutely super. It was glistening in the sun here. So a very healthy 4-year-old colt for trainer Bob Baffert. But if you're going to take 3 to 5, look strongly at the number 8, because Michi's Express is 11 to 1, and I thought looked extremely sharp in the walking ring. Very focused out here on the track in his warm-up, jogged beautifully alongside the pony with his head bowed. You could see the focus on him, and I just think he's a lot better value if he can turn the tables. The key for me with Michi's Express is that he drew the rail in his start, that he faced New King. Now he gets to the outside, and New King gets the inside post position. I want to also quickly touch on the number, the number 2 in here, Ghazali. Again, ridden by Manny Americano for trainer Vladimir Sarin. He's going to be a long shot in here, the 7-year-old, but just keep an eye on this rider, and you might learn something about how he's going to perform here in Southern California. Schaffner, without a doubt, to me, the best looking individual in the field. Big, strong colt by Medaglia d'Oro. He's now 4 years old, lightly raced, adding those blinkers. Let's see how he comes to the gate right now, but gorgeous individual. And you can see they paid a pretty penny for him at the Fasig-Tipton August sale. Schaffner, the number 4 for trainer John Sheriffs.
Horses have reached the starting gate. It's post time. Tranche coming up. Mitzi's Express to the outside. We're in the gate. Ghazali a little fractious. And they're off. Clean start. New King and Tranche. Tranche gets to the front. Just behind them, Ghazali and Awesome Road. Mitzi's Express widest of all, followed by Rim Protector and Schaffner at the back of the field. It is Tranche who will set the tempo. Racing off the rail, New King is down on the inside. They're joined by Mitzi's Express and Ghazali in between rivals, just 2 lengths off the lead. Then Awesome Road in the 5th spot, a length and a half clear of Rim Protector. And at the back of the field remains Schaffner. 7 lengths covers them onto the backstretch. And it is Tranche leading by about a length, with Mitzi's Express taking second, New King tucked in along the inside and in hand third. Ghazali 4th, Awesome Road outside of him. Rim Protector is about 4 wide heading to the half-mile pole, and Schaffner down at the rail. It is Tranche who's been left alone on the front end. New King puts his head into second. Mitzi's Express now asks for a bit more in third. Then comes Ghazali, hard-ridden at the rail. Awesome Road in between rivals. Outside of them, Rim Protector flattening out, and Schaffner's at the back. Approaching the quarter pole, Tranche the leader, New King. Ghazali switches to the outside, and inside of him, it's Mitzi's Express. These four are well clear of the rest. They're at the top of the lane. Tranche digging in. New King has to get after him. Tranche a length and a half. New King fully extended, but gradually getting to him now. And New King up alongside of Tranche and gets him with a 16th of a mile to go. It will be New King and Juan Hernandez, prompt favorites in the 7th. Tranche second best. Ghazali third. Mitzi's Express fourth. Number 1, New King was first. 2, Tranche second. 6, Tranche second. 2, Ghazali third. 8, Mitzi's Express fourth. 1, 6, 2, 8 on the board. Entering the winner's circle is New King. He's a 4-year-old bay colt by Into Mischief out of Hollywood Royal, owned by SF Racing, Starlight Racing, Madaket Stables, et al. The winning trainer is Bob Baffert. That's 2 wins today for Bob Baffert. The jockey Juan Hernandez picks up his second winner as well. New King bred in Maryland by 2,500 determined stud. Running time, 1:43.32 seconds. Race 7 is official. That concludes the middle pick 4, pays $1,225.65. The late pick 3 is up next. It's a $3 wager. Post time in 24 minutes. Don Julio is the official tequila partner of Santa Anita Park. Try the all-new Santa Anita Classic Margarita made with Don Julio Blanco. Pour more. Drink responsibly.